Every president spends a great deal of money remodeling the White House to their own preferences because the residence changes owners rather regularly. Donald Trump, however, has spent more than anyone else. The Trump family's over $2 million renovation includes numerous gold accent pieces and thousands of dollars spent on wallpaper and rugs. The Obamas only spent $250,000 less, despite it being the most costly remodel to date. Here are some of the most luxurious renovations in the White House under Trump and some of the most costly renovations completed by previous presidents. Although the White House belongs to America, the entire nation does not have a voice in how it is decorated. That's good too. The president's residence has undergone numerous renovations to suit each new occupant since construction started in 1792. With 132 rooms spread across 4 stories, it's no surprise that renovating may be expensive. But is spending millions of dollars really necessary? The old edifice has undergone numerous transformations, from color schemes to furnishings, following 45 presidents. Additionally, every new president has increased the amount of money spent on repairs, and the White House is currently valued at approximately $400 million. To date, no president has spent more money on renovations than Donald Trump. The cost of remodeling his White House was approximately $1.75 million. His favorite presidents, Andrew Jackson and Teddy Roosevelt, are depicted in it, along with vintage oil paintings, military service flags, and several gold drapes to replace the maroon ones in the Oval Office. When you look at Trump's home away from home, the opulent and elegant Mar-a-Lago, it's clear that he has a special fondness for gold. Trump stayed at his golf club in Bedminster for 17 days while the renovations were being done. While a team of 200 people worked on the more significant tasks that required updating, such as replacing the 27-year-old heating and cooling system, repainting the offices and meeting rooms, and hanging Trump's preferred wallpaper in the Oval Office, he needed the space away from the project. Specifically, that wallpaper cost over $5,000. He has flaunted the patent ivory in a few media appearances. Although $5,000 may seem like a lot, we must also take into account that the ceiling in the Oval Office is 18 feet high. Trump also lavished money on furniture pedestals, which are essentially ornate tables that are meant to display items like vases and busts of former presidents. He purchased numerous ones for $7,000 and used them to give his workplace a regal feel. Fortune claims that Trump also had a $12,800 bespoke table made for his meetings. The Kittinger Furniture Company, which constructed Richard Nixon's custom table in 1969, is the source of the table. Trump and the White House have not revealed if Trump's table was a gift from him to the White House or if it was funded by the remodeling budget, despite Nixon having to pay for it out of pocket. Additionally, the 45th president spent a significant amount of money, $17,000, on rugs. The Roosevelt Room, a meeting space in the White House's West Wing, and the Oval Office both have these pricey area carpets. However, $291,000 from a vendor of office walls intended for the U.S. Trade Representative was the biggest single expense of the entire Trump redecoration. An additional $240,000 was spent on a contract for the production of wood office furniture with a dealer in Virginia. However, no information is available regarding which wooden office furniture items were purchased under this contract. The $29,000 spent on the production of upholstered furniture for the home, and the additional $10,000 spent on floor coverings are 2 more enigmatic expenses. What is it that Trump undoubtedly paid for himself? He has never disclosed the exact cost of the opulent-looking crystal chandelier that hangs from the ceiling of his private study, despite his claims to have purchased it. Melania Trump, the First Lady, has added her own personal touches to a few rooms in the White House. She most famously redrew the Rose Garden, which received conflicting opinions. A 1,200 square foot tennis pavilion, that was financed by private contributors was designed with her input as well. However, she had the most joy remodeling the house's bowling alley. Yes, you heard correctly. The estimated value of the White House's bowling lane is $500,000. Originally constructed in 1947 for Harry Truman, it was transferred and renovated in 1969 by Richard Nixon. While in office, President Barack Obama and his family spent less, but not significantly less, on renovating. Obama made a point of paying for some of the new White House furnishings out of pocket, even though their overall redecoration costs totaled to about $1.5 million. The White House state dining room accounted for about 1/3 of total remodeling expenditures. The space, which was utilized for state banquets and events, was filled with roughly $590,000. The makeover was overseen by Michelle Obama, who placed a strong emphasis on color, to remind Barack Obama of the Hawaiian waters close to his childhood home. The entire space was filled in blue. The Obamas also provided a tour of their private section of the house while they were in office. It was decorated by Michael S. Smith and included White House antiques blended with modern art from the 20th and 21st centuries. While there, the Obamas also participated in a massive restoration effort of ancient furniture. The historical organization spent about $450,000 on the Belange restoration project, which started in 2013 and was finished in 2018. In 1817, President James Monroe ordered a suite of French furniture, which included the pieces. George W. Bush spent $62,000 on the famous sunburst rug when he moved into the Oval Office, since it appears that altering the carpet is one of the favorite ways to make the space fit for a new president. First Lady Laura Bush created the rug, though it is unknown if Bush paid for it personally. But a china set was Bush's most costly addition. Specifically, a formal china set that cost $492,000. Just 2 weeks before the Obamas moved in, he brought his more casual china set to the White House, costing $74,000, which actually appears very cheap in contrast. The Clintons also made the decision to renovate the state dining room during their tenure. In 1999, they utilized the White House's budget to pay $341,000 for the suite. Bill Clinton's Oval Office was adorned by Arkansas-based designer Cocky Hockersmith during his presidency. And in 1995, First Lady Hillary Rodham Clinton revealed a refurbished blue room. Her most noticeable alteration was the addition of yellow wallpaper in place of the blue. Clintons used on the brink. The Clintons declined to spend an additional $50,000 allocated by Congress for the restoration effort, which was funded by private donations to the White House Historical Association. Instead, manufacturers directly provided a large portion of the curtains, fabric, and other decorative components. The White House has seen numerous intriguing rooms added, relocated, and renovated over the years that it has served as the residence of the people. The White House even has its own movie theater, which may be of interest to you if you thought the bowling alley was quite awesome. A former cloakroom was transformed into the devoted family theater it is today thanks to Franklin D. Roosevelt. It contains 42 seats and is on the first floor of the East Wing. When the president requests it, movie companies will show their films. In 2017, Trump had his first private screening of Finding Nemo in this space. The Vermeil Room and the China Room are two further intriguing and somewhat peculiar chambers. First Lady Edith Wilson selected the China Room in 1917 to house the White House's expanding collection of state china. That stuff Bush spent nearly $500,000 on, you know. Even tableware from George Washington's presidency is in the room. In the meantime, a set of gilded silverware is kept in the Vermeil Room. When American heiress Margaret Thompson Biddle gave pricey silver pieces to the White House in 1956, it was transformed into a gathering space. Several First Ladies' portraits are featured in the chamber. The game area, which has a pool table and lets the president and their family take a little vacation, is another entertaining space. Several presidents have possessed pool tables at the White House, placing them in spaces like the Vermeule Room and the Map Room, among others. Although the exact date of the game room's conversion is unknown, the White House Museum claims that it was converted from a bedroom at least during the George H.W. Bush administration. Did you know that the amount allotted to each president for redecoration is a mere $100,000? Although it was set in 1999, every president subsequently has spent far more. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe for more informative videos like this one. See you in our next video.